Hey everyone, and welcome to our live SMITE commentary. My name is Drybear, and today we'll be playing Vamana in the solo lane. Vamana is a physical damage dealer, physical bruiser, and he excels quite well at the solo lane. Currently in the meta, he's kind of like a secondary pick, something that you pick if tier gets banned out or you want to go with a magical jungle. Generally, you'll go with a physical in the solo lane. I could have actually gone magical here. I ended up just going with Vamana because that's the mood I was in. I was in the mood to knock somebody out here. So Vamana's skill set lends itself very well to a bruiser type style. His passive converts physical protections into damage, so does an Onk, and so you'll see a lot of Vamanas go down that road. I may not go down that road this time around, but it's something that we're going to consider as we go forward. You can see I started here with Pestilence. On the enemy team we have an Ares, we have an Agni, a Loki, and a Ra, and a Neith. Now I suspect that Neith and Ares will be in the long lane. It's going to be Agni in the mid lane and then Ra against me. So Ra is something that I have to be careful of, mainly because he's actually very, very good against Vamana, which means I may not get a whole lot of kills, but I'd go for Pestilence first. Pestilence is an incredibly cheap item that gives you HP as well as magic protection, so it's very, very valuable against those magical solos. And, you know, it's kind of a guessing game to be able to pick off, you know, are you going to be against a magical solo, or are you going to be against a physical solo? Is this something that you really want to pay attention to? Loki's going to be over here. You can see both junglers have used those physical pots. It's the first thing you want to do when you come into the solo lane, to see if the junglers have started with those pots or not. It's kind of personal preference. A lot of people will either use the pot or wait until the laning phase is over before they decide to go ahead and use it. So kind of just pay attention to that. I'm going to get some free shots there with my Armored Umbrella, my 2 activations. I'm going to throw that on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and put this ward up on the top. I should get experience and gold for those minions that I have recently tagged if they do go down, which they will, of course. What I'm going to do is kind of bait this out, actually. I doubt he wants to bruise with me here. That's going to be our ghost right, just because that one is actually down. And that's going to be the first blood there. So what I'm trying to walk you through my actual thought process there. You can see both Loki had used his aim strike and his vanish on me that did nothing, and then of course right after that, Ra came at me, used a solar blessing, and then used his celestial beam, and none of them really did anything. And it's really important that you pay attention to that, because at that point, that's when I knew that we could go in. And you heard me say, this is our goal point, this is the point we're going to go, and it's just because I recognized that they had used a lot of their abilities to no effect, and then there were no minions around, so it's a big thing to look at. You can see me using the Armored Umbrella here. That's going to be your main source of push when you're playing Vamana in the solo lane. Now I have to be careful about Loki coming back in. You see me dodging basic attacks here. This back and forth style when you're like this is very, very easy to deal with basic attack style gods when you're in melee. I just kind of hop back and forth and do that kind of thing. I'm actually going to ward the bottom here. You can see I started with tier 1 Pestilence. I started with Hand of the Gods, 3 wards, and 2 healing potions. And you know, I like this start a lot because you're going to get the mana regeneration buff. So you know, picking up the extra little damage prevention with that healing potion is really, really valuable. I'm actually going to hog that out. Let's see if we can't get this kill here, which we should. That's going to be there. Again, recognize another situation. That's just going to be another opportunity for me to just see when Ra is not picked up. So right there, what I saw is my Hand of the Gods was off cooldown. The melee wave had just been removed with the Hand of the Gods, so I used that there. And of course, the ranged wave had all 1 hit left, so what I did is I used Clear the Path to hit through, and as I was going through, you notice I hit level 5, and Ra was level 4. So this is a really, really big point for me. I'm going to make sure that I pick up my ultimate and go right in. At that point, that was just a free kill. So being able to pick up those situations, now I guarantee you it's going to take some time and practice for you to get to that level where you can recognize situations as they're happening, but it's important for you to be able to, kind of learn along with me as you see things happen, and I call it out. I do the best that I can to explain it. So blessing the ground, celestial beam being used up there, so because I'm using my Armored Umbrella. You see I'm actually maxing it out first, and you can see the effectiveness it has on the wave. In fact, I'm going to clear the whole thing here with my, Armored Umbrella. It's Umbrella Ring, that the 3, sorry, I actually got mixed up there in my brain of brains. The blue buff will be spawning here in just about 30 seconds, so I don't want to use my Hand of the Gods on the next wave, and at this point, I don't really have to. So I should use that up just a little bit. He's actually going to use that, which is interesting to me because he's looking to either go back or possibly contest the blue buff. I don't really know. I'm actually going to put a point into my 2, my Armored Umbrella. Apologies about actually calling that wrong earlier. Loki is not really around here. I do have an ultimate, which is important. I'm going to pop a healing potion here because I want to be at my highest amount of HP by the time things start acting up. I cleared the blue buff off the minimap, and it should be spawning any second now, honestly. It takes 4 minutes for the buff camps to respawn when they are killed off, so keep that in mind. Around 15 seconds they get killed off, so my blue buff is here. His is up, but I don't have a whole lot of mana, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just go take mine and make sure that I get this and get healed back up here. This ward should last a little bit longer, and indeed it will. I'm not going to use my Hand of the Gods to start, just in case Loki makes his way over here. I should, with just enough basic attacks, be able to smack this down and hog it. When I get close enough or I get enough mana for an ability, I can just hug the whole thing, but kind of just waiting to be safe here. There it goes. And that way I just secure to make sure that the blue buff doesn't get stolen away. Loki might be over here on this side of the map to help the Ra, since Ra is not in lane right now. Actually ended up missing one of those minions. A little bit inefficient, but not really all too horrible. Checking on the gold numbers is something that I recommend that you do, that everyone really does at the highest level. They just don't actually show it or vocalize it. Is check your gold numbers. I'm at 3,900. Ra is currently sitting at 3,200, so I'm about 700 gold ahead of him, so I'm very much in the lead. And like I said, Ra actually has a really good time against Vamana because the Divine Blessing slow from his 2 is really good against slow melee characters like me, but in this situation he's not using it properly. He's actually use it now. This is exactly what I was talking about previously. I'm gonna get the slow off on him. This should actually, no, there's a Loki. While I have my ultimate active, I should be regenerating health as I take damage. I have enough for Umbrella Ring, so as soon as I come down, I might need to use it. He does have an ult, but if he ults me under tower, he will end up dying. Looks like Thanatos has the vision here. He's gonna go up. That's gonna be a kill. I'm gonna hog these just to clear those out. That was going to go down. So good rotation from the Thanatos, and at that point, I guess Loki had already gone out. You can see I was, kind of hanging out my tower looking for the Loki. As soon as I saw the Thanatos come out, I kind of just let that one slide. You'll also see that I get Pestilence to level 2, but I'm not maxing it out just yet, and that's mainly because the jump from 2 to 3 isn't really all that great. Level 2 Pestilence gives you mainly what I'm buying it for, which is health and magic protection. Let's look at the item itself right now. We're going to see at this point 45 magic protection, 200 health. 65 magic protection, 300 health. So you get 20 protection, 300 health, and of course the healing and regeneration reduced in aura. But at this point I'm so far ahead, I actually will prefer to pick up some actual damage output and movement speed. This will help me not only with finishing off the Ra with the penetration and the movement speed to get away from the Loki, but any rotations that come over I'll be able to deal with it quite handily. We're 5-4 right now. Actually, the gold difference is going to be 700, surprisingly enough. Looks like Neath is 2-0 in the 2v2 lane across the way. You see, I actually spent a little bit too much and didn't plan enough to be able to upgrade my teleport, which honestly is okay. I'm not going to miss out too much. Let's see which one it attacks here. It's going to attack the right one, so I'll make sure the one that the tower has not tagged yet goes down so that I get the golden experience for that one. Enemy missing left. Honestly, could be doing the blue buff at this point since Loki was MIA, and looks like he was not, surprisingly enough. I don't know if Loki's doing it or what. I do have the wards. It's important to have those wards. I'm going to put that down. Looks like it was taken and did have it earlier, but because he ended up dying, it's not going to show up on his character. I'm going to put this ward over here just to see rotations coming out. That was a really bad hit. So I'm actually able to do a lot of damage to him. And because of the Pestilence, he can't really do a whole lot to me. The blue buff will be respawning just about under a minute now. It respawned at 440 or so, and it takes 4 minutes after I'd kill it. So it killed it just before 5, so it should be showing up here in about 30 seconds, which means I'm going to save my Hand of the Gods to make sure I can secure that. As far as the skill build goes, when you're going the solo lane, you want to pick up that 3. That's going to do the most damage to the wave and actually help you clear out a lot to make sure you are free and clear. They're trading in an interesting fashion across the way. Ares' kill for on her death is not really the greatest, but it is a kill for a kill, so it's something that you have to be thankful for at least. It's better than both teammates dying. So at this point, looks like we're still kind of sitting in the lead. They should be spawning quite soon. I actually didn't get the number written down in my head with a mental note, but it should be very, very soon with this respawn. Honestly, within the next 10 seconds, I would imagine. I believe it was just around 5 minutes that I killed this off, so it should be spawning any second now. Come on. Come on, buff. Don't make me look stupid. There you go. Good buff. Good buff. You go, buff. Loki's on his way here, so I want to make sure, like you can see, I'm not using the Hand of the Gods. He's actually on his way over, so I'm going to hog this now. I see Loki moving back to the mid lane. And you can see that buff that I put on the ground, or that ward I put on the ground prior in the mid lane is actually paying off in droves right now because it allows me to, oh, got them all. It allows me to see rotations from Loki that go to the mid lane. The mid camps are really huge. They respawn every minute and 40 seconds. Keep that in mind. That is a really good number to know if you're playing jungle, if you're playing mid, but you know, also if you're playing honestly anything, it's important to have that number in your head. So keep that in mind. Ento's going hard. He's gonna get it though. Wowzers! I need mana. Aww. I might be dead here. Thanks, Anubis. Full HP, full mana, Anubis. You're a pal. Oh, this guy, I swear. Alright, let's get that Fatalis. This is a very common build for Vamanas in the solo lane. Reason being is that you don't have the movement speed reduction while you're in your ultimate, which does have really, really good AoE associated with it. So you want to keep that in mind. I'm going to clear that out quite handily. Blue buff lasting another 30 seconds, of course, his around the exact same time. Loki is not really a huge concern right now. You can see with that ultimate activated. I had enough mana to use Clear the Path, but looking at my mana pools in that situation, I could tell that I was pretty close to having my ultimate. My ultimate was more guaranteed to get me out of the situation, mainly because if they had something, or they had a rotation for mid, Agni had teleport and made it back, because I haven't checked Agni's actives just yet. If that situation did occur, I wouldn't have had enough HP to deal with it, and so I decided to wait a little bit longer to get enough mana to pop up my ultimate, which of course saved the day. So that's really a big benefit to me. Like I said, I'm going to pick up Hastened Fatalis coming up next. This allows me to go up into my ultimate and follow people quite easily while they're going full speed, which means I can do a lot of damage. It also increases my actual movement speed on top of everything else, as well as the fact that it increases my attack speed to be able to do more damage here. Don't know if I want the damage off. Anubis is going to go ahead and pick it up here. Yeah, he's going to pick that up. Does Ra want to come out? Unfortunately, I'm caught in Solo Lane Island here. That's cute. You're cute. You're adorable little chicken. See if I can't bait him. No. Oh, he's gonna take it. Okay. I wasn't even planning on doing anything there, but he's gonna give it to me. I could honestly dive him here. Don't know if there's a Loki lurking around. Oh, there he's in the mid lane. So here we go. Start hitting this with my bat. He's very, very low, so if I get this tower down, this is a free kill for me. If he leaves tower range, I could also go for it. What I'm going to do is I'll bring these up. Looks like I have a big rotation coming out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and clear the path towards the mid lane. He has an ultimate here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up my ultimate in case he pops his. Agni is here. I'm just coming around that way. So that ward pays out a lot. Damage buff on the ground. I'd rather have the mana regeneration at this point. And again, back in Solo Lane Island. Does he have it? There we go. Good play. There's the Ra as well. We can assist with this one. I know Ra doesn't have an ultimate. I heard him use it earlier, so that one is no longer available, so I don't have to worry about it. Does he have blink? No? Is he teleported maybe? I don't know. He's a sneaky, sneaky little dude. Teleport to gods. Should we try this just to have it? I don't know. I feel like it's not that great. Feel like it's not that great. Danto's gonna get the left side tower. So at this point, because of the tower situation, we're gonna be saying 34k to 30k with that tower going down. It's gonna make this 35k. Did it go down? Yep, there's 35k. So we're about 4,300 gold ahead, which is great, honestly. And I'm at the point now, this is where solo starts to be great. When you finally get out of laning phase, things are going your way. Good route. I was hoping she'd backflip, but she had a good hit on that one. So Sneath is actually really good. That's the backflip. I was trying to force it out. You can see I don't have a whole lot of physical protection, so Neith's actually going to have some pretty good trades against me here. But I do have a lot of damage available. She can root that weave there. I'm going to go ahead and dash away from this one just in case that one goes down. Blue buff is available, but I want to save that tower. Make sure this doesn't go down. This tower might actually come under some pressure here. Looks like there. So my next thing is going to be picking up physical protection. Huge, 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 huge for me. Void Blade honestly wouldn't be too bad either if I'm going down the same route as defensive. Sure to use the Spirit Arrow there. So no real devastation at this point. I think Void Blade is going to be the best choice for me. What I can do, I don't know if I want to get that just yet. We'll just leave it. Left tower being jumped down here. Anubis is on his way. Loki's going to meet him right there. He's going to find it. There's the hit. The damage. Does he have it? Oh, the laser. Didn't find it, actually. Surprisingly enough. Oh, I canceled it early. You're going to regret this, buddy. God, see what I mean by about that slow? Actually, Loki went into the jungle, most likely. Oh, this is what I mean by raw countering Vamana early. That slow, and he needed to be leveraging that a lot to be able to win the lane. And that's why I said at the beginning of the game that it's really easy for Ra to shut down Vamana early, is because that slow is so good that you can't really do anything to kill him unless he screws up early, but he didn't use it properly, so that gave me a lot of wiggle room. If the dash goes down, I'm going to get the kill. Does he have it? Doesn't look like he has it. I'm just going to take it. Just in case people come out. He didn't really have anything left. That was all of his cooldown, so just to make sure Agni didn't have the dash coming up soon, we're going to make sure that it gets taken care of. I have teleport available, so if Ra pushes left, I can teleport over, which means I am free to assist the right lane, and if left becomes under duress, I can go ahead and use that. Loki has no ultimate here, so it's actually a really good pick for us. He went straight. Since that didn't damage, he's back towards the tower. There he is. So I just shot that out there just to see if I could find him. I'm running this way so that it hits him on the back way. I'll avoid that one. No opportunity here. Looks like Anubis is going to defend the left lane. I do need a blue buff quite soon. If I can take this away, and honestly would be very useful. Dead. This Neith is really good. This Neith is really good. That Loki got very low, but this Neith is deserving of her victory in the right side. So well played by this Neith. I got outplayed there. I wanted the Loki, but the Neith was totally paying attention. Does she have no, just. I kind of like this start here. Heartseeker and Devourer's Gloves instead of the Chin Size now. Chin Size adds a lot of damage, but not as much survivability as it did before. Actually, no survivability like it did before. Oh, he could have had that kill if he trailed properly. Some Anubises just don't know how to trail properly with their ultimate, so they kind of just they wiggle back and forth instead of just guiding like you're painting. That's kind of the way you do it. On her ultimate as well as the Anubis ultimate, it's more about painting with a brush, like you're just slow moving and trailing. Getting the hitbox right does take a little bit of practice, but once you get that, it's all about following steadily. I'm just gonna get stun on that one. I'm gonna do my little beatbox out there. So mistakes made there. I saw the Loki. I actually misunderstood how much damage I was going to be able to do to him. You see, I thought, honestly, I thought the clear the path would have been enough to kill him off there with the hits that I was able to get on top of him. I was able to trail him properly because of the fact that I had damage on top of him, and I continued to have damage on top of him. I do have the Hastened Fatalis, so every time I do land a hit on someone, I have guaranteed movement speed at maximum. As long as I continue to get those hits. So that's really what I was looking for. The problem is I just, number one, misunderstood how much damage I was going to need to kill off the Loki. I figured he was low level and very squishy and I wouldn't need a whole lot there. But it looked like I did need a little bit more. Oh, Amir. He's got it. I'm going to escort him out. Anytime you see a friend dive or a friendly teammate dive, make sure you actually escort them, meaning that you're looking for an opportunity to assist them in some way, allowing them to get out properly. If you're kind of just like, oh, they got a kill, and you're like across the way farming minion camp, any rotations that come out will guarantee their death, and you want to avoid that at all costs. Bonnie's going to be over here. I'm going to actually take this opportunity to clear the wave. I have to clear the path on my ultimate. I might have to pop it early. Does Ares have a blink? No, he doesn't, so that's good to know. Always want to check the enemy's actual active slots so you know what's going on. Loki could be lurking with an ultimate, so I'm going to make my way back over to the tower. I don't really want to ever lazy back. And what I mean by lazy back, you'll hear this term a lot in MOBAs. And lazy backs are just, you didn't take the extra effort to go find a safe place to back. You just kind of backed in a place, and that's why it's called lazy, is because you're looking for an opportunity to kind of just go out there and go home wherever you are instead of finding a good place to back. So you always, pretty much always, want to find a good spot to start backing, take it, and then move on forward. At this point, I do actually want to finish off that Pestilence. Number one, it's going to give me a little bit more magic protection, a little bit more health. But number two, it's going to slow down the healing that's going to come out, not only from the Ra, but also from the Neath. That's going to be a big thing. It's shutting down those two major healers for the enemy team as this game does go forward. We're ahead by about 6,000 gold right now, so we're in a very good spot, but doesn't mean that it's over by any means. For two reasons. Number one, the enemy Neath is actually quite good and quite skilled, and also has a lot of damage. And number two, our on her is not doing so hot. He's 2 and 3 and very severely underfarmed. In fact, the Ra is out farming the 0 and 5 Ra that I've been owning the whole game is out farming the on her on our team, which of course those are our late game carries. If those fall short, we're not in a good spot going forward. So they definitely have a good opportunity to wait for the backflip. She might have actually her spirit arrows down. That is unfortunate. She's trying to bait us out here, is basically what she's doing. This is the Hastened Fatalis, the reasoning for it. You can see I don't really have to, unless I get body blocked by an Emir. Unless you get body blocked by an Emir, you're perfectly safe to do whatever it is that you want to do with the Hastened Fatalis. And one of the reasons why you do pick it up on Vamana is you see I have the AoE there, and anyone that tries to get in your way to slow down, that's on the enemy team anyway, they will take a lot of damage from the AoE splash that Vamana has, and you don't have to worry about people getting away from you, just because you can do a lot of work during the activation of that ultimate. It's a good opportunity to go for Gold Fury. The Neath is down, the Ra is mid, the Loki is left, so that's a good opportunity for us to go in on this one. Emir should be taking this. Looks like he's not going to. I'm just going to basic attack it. No real reason for me to use my mana up right now, as we do have no rotations. Like I said, you always want to check the map to see who's where at what point before you start an objective. Right there, you can see that Loki was across the map, so we were safe from him. Ra was in the mid lane, and Neath had just died. So really, the only person that was unaccounted for was going to be that Ares, which of course we saw show up a little bit later there in the right side of the lane, and ended up going down there. So that's good. So we had that opportunity to just go for the Gold Fury. Anytime you get a free objective, take it. If you see them not in position to do anything, make sure that you just kind of just go there and take it. Free objectives are free objectives. Always good. Always good. So my next item is most likely going to be Bulwark of Hope here. I'm taking a lot of damage from the Agni, the Ra, and the Ares. You can see when they stick to me hard, and I take a lot of harassment. So the Bulwark's going to do two things for me. Actually, three things. Number one, it's going to give me magic protection and a good deal of it, which is going to help me a lot in those long engagements. Number two, it's going to give me health, which increases my overall effectiveness. She's probably going to shoot that Broken Weave, and she's looking to do so. Oh, they're going to get it. Good beats. Yeah, this Neath is actually quite skilled. Teflypan. She's playing very, very well, despite the fact that her team isn't doing so hot. So credit goes to Neath here. I'll walk away from this one. Her team is not rotating, which is unfortunate. Looks like she's going to go down here for free. Audie's in the mid lane. Ra and Ares, which were here previously, are kind of not showing up, so that's unfortunate for Neath. She's playing very well, but her team is not really keeping up with her amazing prowess. I'm very impressed with this Neath player. But again, the Bulwark Hope is going to give me HP, give me more survivability. It's going to give me magic protection. It's also going to give me some really good passive usage, just because it'll reduce the damage that I take by half when I get down to 25% HP, which is very, very useful. He's going to look for a chains here. I want to avoid it at all costs. That execute was a little bit unnecessary. I have my ultimate in case Ares goes for his ultimate, which looks like he might soon, especially with that on her so low. There's the Ares ultimate. I was waiting for it. Let's
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
didn't really get a chance to do a whole lot there. And like, this is just guesswork, being able to pick up. He's got sprint, which means I'm going to have to go up. Good hit by the Neath here. She has an ultimate, which means I can't teleport in front of her face. Beads activation.
Retreat!
He does have a lot of damage here, so I might want to help with this. Good hit. Loki's behind. I'm going to start backing. Spirit Arrow's down, so she'd have to come out. Looks like the tower's going to go down, so no possibility of her coming around there. Actually, I might be able to just finish off the bulwark now. Looks like that's going to be the case. 925 on that one. I'm going to finish off the fist. Do we have a hand 3? It looks like we don't. Emir's getting close, though, so that's good. So Thantos is doing well, farming quite effectively. Anubis also doing very well, able to get a lot of damage out. He's very, very farmed, which is important. Neath's going to go down, and Neath certainly is doing probably the best on her team right now. Looks like it's going to be second to Ares, actually. Ares has a lot of money right now due to the Midas Boots, the Watcher's Gift, and the fact that he's been a part of a lot of things. 16 kills on his team. He's part of 10. That's going to be, looks like, the second most. 11 involvements from the Neath, 5 plus the 6 there. I don't know if I'll make this in time. Heard the sprint activation. He should be appearing soon. Oh, that was a good play by the Loki.
An enemy has been slain.
I was unable to chase that one out. The reason I said I probably won't get this is because the fact that it was just, you know, it's so easy to take towers out at this stage in the game, and the teleport takes a while. So it was just one of those things where it's just, I'm too far away, the teleport's going to take too long, and Loki does enough damage. I try to get the fist off in time. The problem is there's no standardization with where you land with the teleport, and honestly I think there should be, because you kind of have to like teleport in and then figure out where you landed. It's randomly sorted around the tower, and then figured out, okay, I'm here, I need to move around. I had no idea where I was going to land. I landed in front, and Loki was behind, so I had to kind of figure out exactly how I had to adjust myself to get to the Loki. I had the fist down. The 3 came out, but wasn't in time. The tower had already died at that point, so it's unfortunate. So I'm going to kind of lead the charge here. I do have my ultimate available. That sprint has such a short cooldown. There is the Loki. No sprint, no ult. Gonna knock him up here. Gonna see if I can't get this kill. Get those out there. That was actually going to be a 3-for-1.
Attack fire giant. Retreat middle lane. Attack fire giant.
I'm going to pick up this fire giant, go home, heal up, and make a big push for the mid lane. Ares is going to be sitting on a tier 3 Hand of the Gods, so that's important. Ymir does have his as well, so we should be good to go on that aspect. I'm going to start this up. I have a decent amount of physical protection. Never mind, I'm just going to start it up. Just do my basic attacks. Do my do. Ares is looking for an opportunity to come in here. Why are we doing the gold fury? There's Anubis. Teleport here. Word is up, so I'm going to go ahead and return home and pick that one up. Honestly, some damage would do me well here. Damage and possibly attack speed. Maybe some pen. Maybe physical... Not a whole lot, actually. Let's pick that one up here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a physical pot because the game might be ending soon. We'll take up 2 of those, and then we'll go ahead and go to this ward. Damage buff is on the ground, which honestly I'm going to take over the on her because he doesn't do a whole lot as it is. So physical pot here is something that is probably something that warrants explanation. We have a huge lead. We're 14,000 gold up in the head. You could say, you know, Driver, why are you buying a physical pot when your build isn't done? That's because the game is most likely going to be ending soon. We have Fire Giant. This is going to be possibly the final push unless it goes Ari. And so I'm looking to get as much damage out of it as I possibly can. I'm going to put a ward over there. Somebody else going to put a ward in the back there. Good hit there. Neat looking for the shot. And it's possible without the damage buff and the pot that I wouldn't have had enough to be able to hit that. Enough damage through the healing, of course, of the Ra. Also, if I didn't finish the Pestilence. The Pestilence plus the extra damage was enough for me to finish the Ra in front of his own Minotaur with that heal up. Go ahead. Get slow. He does have an ultimate here. Probably a force of mine prematurely, but that's okay. I want him to get the second chain off, which is fine. Loki's gonna be here. Let's see who he attacks, actually. If he attacks me, I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm gonna get some damage off underneath here.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
I'm just buying time. You can see the left Phoenix went down. They're still trying to kill me. They're using a lot of cooldowns on me, and they're not really going to get a whole lot. Spirit Arrow's going to miss. There was a stun. Going to get some damage off. And what me and Amir are doing right now is just buying time. They are wasting their time going somewhere else, not able to get anything out of it. You know, it's just not looking good for them. And we're just basically getting free things out of it. No ultimate here, and I'm actually going to take a lot of damage. I'm just going to just get out of dodge. Loki had left the lane, left the Minotaur looking for bigger opportunities and bigger ventures. He actually didn't find anything, so that was a big win for us. The fact that they wasted so much dealing with the giant baby that was in their face that unfortunately enough they lost their left Phoenix, and that was going to be the final business there. Not a whole lot here. I'm actually just going to go for a Deathbringer. We're going to pick up one of those, two of these. We can actually teleport. Oh, the troll. Oh, I wanted to do it! They didn't let me do it. It's unfortunate. I don't know why we're going for gold for here. I mean, we have a 17,000 gold lead. 1,500 is not really going to be... I mean, it is a 10% increase, but still, it's kind of just pennies to us at this point. That really doesn't mean anything to us. Am I slightly larger? Wait. I'm slightly larger. I'm like as tall as Honor. I'm a slightly larger baby. I'm growing up. I'm like a teenager. Is he not going to dash? What the heck? Does he have... What is this winged wand business? Smacky, 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 smack. They don't really have anything to defend themselves here. I'm a slightly larger baby, and I'm cool with that. What the heck was that? That's a bug, everybody. What you doing in your base? Oh, that's a big angry bird. That's a big angry person. Big angry person! That's a Spirit Arrow shot if I've ever seen one. Just in case they have wards in their base, let's fill it up here. That's rude. Very rude. I feel like we're having trouble ending this game. That Spirit Arrow was not really on point there. Where's the backflip? There it is. I'm just taking a lot of damage here. Just to make sure there's no Loki. That's all that was. I threw out the Umbrella Ring. Just to make sure if there was a Loki, I would be able to hit the damage up. Looks like the mid Phoenix will go down yet again. We're pretty close to finishing this off here, so we're just going to kind of wait. Am I still a slightly larger baby? Looks like I'm not. Oh, baby boy. So, how's everyone doing today? You guys doing okay? You guys making it through all the cold weather? Yeah? Okay, that's good. How's the missus slash mister? Everything good? Good at home? Oh, you don't have anybody, huh? Aphrodite always is interested, you know? Have you tried her? I mean, I don't don't know. You kind of go through that thought process like, I'm sure I don't really want to have anyone's, sloppy seconds, blah, blah, blah. What will people think if I go with Aphrodite? Oh, you just went for the easy thing. And yeah, I think she'll teach you some things. I mean, she's experienced. She's the goddess of love and beauty. So, I feel like it would be a good experience for you. Oh, you're a girl? Well, Vamana.
Mana's gonna knock you out. What? Mana's gonna knock
Okay, that's probably not really the greatest intro for a first date, but I trust me, he's a really, really cool guy. He cooks spaghetti, a lot of spaghetti in big bowls, and it's actually really, really good. This woman is very angry with me, and I don't know why. Maybe she's mad that I'm not going out with her. Maybe I cooked her some bad spaghetti and she's not pleased with it.
An ally has been slain.
Attack the tank!
An ally has been slain.
Attack the tank! Don't do this, I'm just goofing off. Please don't. You're dead.
Slain an enemy.
Ow! Titan! I thought it was attacking a mirror. That hurt a lot. It's actually quite confusing to see who the Titan's attacking now. It looked like it was attacking a mirror. Oh my gosh, golly. Go. Can we group up and attack? Like, do we just not have enough damage to do it, or? Loki, you stop it. This guy's the boss, dude. Makes sense to me. Cool, man. Just screw the gold fury. Attack the Minotaur, dude.
Attack the Minotaur. Attack the Minotaur.
You know what we need right now? 20,000 gold up. We need gold. Yeah, gold, 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 gold. Woo! Woo! Alright, that's it. Game over, man. Game over. Got that. Got that gold.
Attack right lane. Attack middle lane.
Hey, buddy. Yay. You can see I was kind of waiting for him to go vanish, and I just stunned him out immediately. That's the strategy I've been going with this Loki. The second he ends up going... Oh, I want it.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Look how he... Just screw it. Just go. I don't even care. Bum ba da ba. Da ba da ba da. Ba da 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 da.
Your team has destroyed
Nope.
the middle enemy.
It's really hard to tell. It's just that little blue thing. That's all you, like, I can't even tell. That's irritating. I just got up down there, got them feeling. I like you, you're big and large. what did Neith say? Please make it stop, mercy! Says Neith. Poor Neith. Oh god, the damage numbers. Okay, so that was a good game. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the solo lane, a little bit of Vamana, and probably something new. Maybe you learned something new and it was enjoyable for you. That was basically my main goal. Look at those damage numbers. Anubis topping the charts. Raw, Neith, and Arnie, and Ares all did very well. It looks like Loki was their weakest link. Very low amounts of damage. Now, granted, Loki is a single target damage. character, so he's not going to be very high. You're going to look at you know, lowered characters, you know, Loki, characters like I mean, Freya does do a decent amount. It's those single target assassins, Naja also. They do a lot of low damage numbers total, but high in bursts and also high to a single person. But it looks like he was just having a trouble getting off the ground. Overall, that's going to be my build. I finished it off there, so nothing really to talk about. Again, Pestilence against the early magic protection, movement speed and Hastened Fatalis to follow, physical protection against the Loki, the Neef, to keep myself alive, a little more penetration. Bulwark of Hope for the HP, the magic protection as well as the passive allows me to defend myself against pretty much everyone. And Deathbringer because I just wanted a little bit more damage there to get in and get out in time. And of course, going for the teleport and all that kind of business. So, hopefully a little bit. I will see you in my next video. Just make sure that you remind yourself that you're a fantastic person and also a fantastic player. And you can change the world one day. Enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the night, wherever it is that you're watching this video. And I'll see you in my next game.